To my channel, Victoria. How are you?
Thank you. Thank you. I'm good. Thank you for having me.
I am so happy you're here. It, how's the weather down there?
It's nice and sunny. Here
Is
comes
it?
the sun. I can sing it over and over. Here comes
Well,
the sun. Da-da-da-da. Actually, it's a little rainy here, but Florida is sunny Florida, I have to say. You know, it's sunny
yeah.
most of the time here,
I don't
right?
know why I was thinking you were in Ohio. I don't know, but it's like snowy. It looks like it's gonna snow here. It's like cold,
Ooh,
probably like in the
ooh.
40s or something.
Oh my gosh. It's in
Yeah.
the
So do you want to
50s
tell us a
here.
little bit about yourself, Victoria, and I'll ask you some questions?
Yeah, yeah. I'm uh personal information. I'm married to the same guy for 20, I think it'll be 28 years next January.
Wow.
This year. We have two children, both grown out of the house. Um I love reselling. I don't know. I love reading. Oh my gosh, I read all the time. Or I
Do you?
listen
I
to
like to
different.
read too.
I love it. I love it.
Now,
Gets
do
you
you go
into
to
a
the
different
library
world.
or any? Huh?
It gets you into a different world. You can be a different person for just a short period of time, into somebody else.
Yeah,
I just love that. And you get to go places that you'd never go in real life.
right. What kind of books do you read?
I read mainly romance, but I love paranormal type romance, stuff that could never really happen,
Right,
or that we don't think could happen. Let me put it that way.
right. I know. I love the library too. I was just telling Lisette the other day, like if I would live in like if I could, I would live in a library. Like if I just, but not live in a library, but oh my God, like
Yeah.
just go there all the time. But since the internet,
Yep. Yep. I
you
will
know what I
actually
mean?
work and listen to a book on tape. Like every day, I'll listen to a book on tape.
Do you
I
really? Wow.
actually usually have two books going at one time because I work and I'll listen to one book, an audio book, and then when I go to bed, I'll be reading a book. So I have to make sure that they're not like both about aliens or witches or whatever, because then I'll get them confused in my head. Like, oh my god,
Right.
I thought she was liking the other guy. So
Yeah, right, right. Wow. So I'm going to ask you a few questions about YouTube, and then I'm going to ask you some questions about reselling.
okay,
Okay.
sounds good.
So before I even get started, I highly, highly, highly recommend everybody to go and subscribe to her channel. I will have the link below, and her channel is Adventures with Victoria. And you actually do a live in the morning. What is it, Monday through Friday?
Yeah, Monday through
And
Friday.
yeah, what's the name of it again? The morning show with Victoria, correct?
Yeah, the morning show
And
with
what
Victoria.
time is that?
7:30 a.m. Eastern time. And I know that's early for some people, but we actually have some people, over in what's it called? Uh we're Eastern Pacific, I guess. We actually have
Right.
Pacific people come in. So yeah.
Yeah. That's good though. That's nice. Well, I'm going to tell you the reason I wanted you to be on my show is, and there's no particular reason. I watch a lot of resellers and everything, but one of the main reasons was because yours was the very first. You know how when you're a new YouTuber and you just don't feel like, how
Yeah.
you go into different rooms and you're like new. Yours was one of the first rooms that I went in, and in the morning that I went in, and you were just so welcoming, and everybody else was in there, and it was just like you just felt like you fit in. You didn't feel like, you
Yeah.
know,
We have
and
a great
that's
community in there.
yeah, it's just like a nice. So can you tell me like how first off, what is your channel about? How did you come up with Adventures with Victoria? Was there a reason were you on YouTube before you were on doing reselling, or what did you do
No.
first?
No. My when I started my YouTube channel. I mean, everybody has one to watch YouTube,
Right.
But then when I got into reselling, it's been about 3 years ago now, I guess, maybe a little over 3 years ago. I I changed my name to Adventures in Reselling, and
Oh,
That's what it was going to be, was adventures and reselling. And then I kind of got away from that aspect of, I mean, I've always been a reseller, but I kind of got away from that. And I'm like, well, I'm just going to name it Adventures with Victoria, because then I can do anything on the channel.
Right.
So that's how that name came about. And that name's been there for, I don't know, a couple years maybe now. Adventures
Yeah.
with Victoria.
Is that the only channel that you have? Do you have any other channels?
No, not at the moment. I've started other channels and I just got tired of trying to it's really hard to do more than one channel on YouTube. It takes a lot of work.
Right. So tell, what is your, so what's your, because I was in there for a while, I was going in, and then I ended up babysitting in the morning, and it just got, you know what I mean? Now I don't do that now all the time. Once in a while I do, but can you tell, like, because I know when I was going in there, you were doing like games and stuff. Like, like now that was a while ago. Like I've been on YouTube, I don't know, it was 3 years or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if you still do that. Like, what's your routine? Like, do you have different topics you think of every day, or do you just get up and hang out?
Yeah, we just get up and it's like coffee hour. You know, we just get up and we hang out and we talk and we laugh and we joke, and it's not really a kids show. Not really. I mean, we talk about we just make fun of stuff, not make fun of stuff. We just laugh a lot. I guess we just laugh a lot. But that's the main show. And then on Thursday evening, right now, that's the main show. And then on Thursday at 5, I do an auction with Nana Tink Treasures. And we do an auction on my channel. And that's the only shows right now that I have on my channel.
Yeah. Now, now you do an auction with Nana Tink. Now, do you feel that you do, do you do better? Do you do good on them? Because I don't think I might have been in one of them. One of the shows, but do you do well on them because they're live, right?
They're live. I use my auctions differently than other resellers use their auctions. I do my main, especially lately, the last 4 or 5 weeks, maybe 3 or 4 weeks. I really got interested in selling on eBay. I've always sold, but I just kind of dabbled in it. Well, lately I really got interested in it. So everything I get wholesale, and then I put a bunch of it on eBay. So eBay actually pays my bills, and the auction is for getting rid of for selling stuff that I can't really
get rid of.
Not that I can't sell on eBay, but that it would maybe make $1. You know,
right.
I'd rather go and make $25, $30 than $1 on an item.
Yeah.
That's mainly, and it's a time for me to hang out with Nana and all my friends that come in the auction, and we just have a really good time. And then once a month, I was doing it every week, but once a month I'll be on Save Here First, Ella's channel, and we do an auction on Fridays. But it'll be once a month from now on, because I felt like I was burning the candle at both ends of the stick, you know.
That's another reason I wanted to talk to you, because you do because you're like full time on YouTube, like that's full time base. I mean, if you know what I'm saying, you're doing it every day.
Yeah.
And plus you're doing, with Nana Tink on, and other shows. Like, how long have you been doing it full time?
Oh gosh. I think me and Nana have been doing our show. I've probably been doing it full time since the time I started, with Adventures and Reselling, before I changed it to Adventures with Victoria. I've been pretty much doing it full time.
Didn't you probably had your hours before you had your subscribers, I'm thinking, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that's great.
You do an hour show, or sometimes it's more than an hour every single day, Monday through Friday. Those hours add up so fast.
Yeah.
So,
wow.
Yeah, lives. If you're looking to build your YouTube channel and you need hours, lives are the way to do it. I mean, really, over and above anything else, I think, from my experience anyway.
Right. That's what I heard. It's just, I never did it yet. We had a plan. We were going to do something, me and Butterfly Hustles, we were going to do something at one time, but something came up. I don't know if maybe because of our hour, there's such a drastic, but the hour, like she's 3 hours difference from me. Not that it's a big deal, but maybe in the future we'll come up with something.
They're fun. They are fun to do. Lives are fun.
Yeah. Now, is there anything, I was thinking this morning. Okay, so you're doing lives every day. What is your most memorable or funniest or experience you've ever had happen during a live? Do you remember?
Oh
Because
gosh. There's so
you never
many.
know what's going to happen. You know,
Yeah.
like you're
You know,
hoping that unusual thing don't happen, but
I am always saying something that I shouldn't. Like, and the innuendo is there. It's like there's always something. So the most memorable thing I think for me is you know that song Purple People,
little purple people
Purple
eater.
People Eater? Well,
Yeah.
I was saying that one day or singing it or something. Anyway, I accidentally anyway, you may have to cut this out. I accidentally said Purple Peter Eater, and they would not let me.
Oh
That
my
was like
God.
they would not let me do it. And then
Yeah.
another time, everybody thinks because I have so much energy that I must drink or smoke or something to get my my energy up, and I don't.
Yeah.
I don't do any of that stuff. So one day, somebody was asking me, Victoria, do you smoke pot? And I said,
Yeah.
no, I don't. What did I say? I don't poking smot. And it was like, really? I mean, it just came out. I mean, I was like, I don't
Yeah.
do things on purpose. They just my mind is a weird place to be.
Yeah. You're so used to just being yourself because that's what you are. You're yourself. And then
Yeah.
you're like, if that would be me, I'd be thinking, oh my God, what did I say today that I have to be like thinking, you know? All
Yeah.
right, let's see. So what did you do before, what did you do before YouTube or reselling?
I was an administrative assistant at, well, not really an assistant. And yeah, it was an administrative assistant to it was just me and my boss that worked in this like little trailer, and he had a lawn mowing business, and I did all the administrative, billing and payroll. I got that all together, all of that for everybody. We had a payroll
Wow.
company, but I got everything together to send to them. So it was, and I worked there for almost 3 years. So
Wow. Now, do your children, like, they're older, you said now, do
yeah,
they have any interest in reselling, or do any of them resell?
nope, no
No.
interest. No, no. My daughter wants to teach at a college, which
Yeah.
she's actually going to be getting her master's here soon, and then she's
Oh,
going to
good
go
for
on to
her.
get her PhD. So she's going to be hopefully a teacher in college. And then my son, he's more like me as far as wanting to like work at home or not really work at home. I
Like the
can't. He's like,
entrepreneurial spirit, I guess.
yeah, he's more like
Yeah.
that than my daughter is. But he just got out of the Navy and got a job.
Oh,
So yeah, so I'm
yeah,
very
good for
proud of him.
him.
Very proud.
Yeah. I had a question. I forget what I was going to say. So what made you get into reselling? And what was the first item you sold?
Oh, geez. I can't remember the first item I've
You
sold.
don't? Oh my God.
Yeah,
I'll never forget it. Yeah.
really. Well,
Yeah.
I've had my YouTube account, or no, not my YouTube, my eBay account since 1998.
Yeah,
I've had.
that's when I think I had mine. It was a long time. It was like 20
Yeah,
something. It was a while.
yeah, a long time ago. It's been my
Yeah.
son was a baby. Is
Yeah.
I sold some stuff on there. It wasn't reselling, but I never knew what to do on there. I mean, it wasn't like, I don't know. It
Right.
wasn't as big as it is now, or maybe it wasn't. I just didn't know. But I would sell these oh, what are they called? Vacation certificates that people could
Oh,
use
okay.
to save money on vacations. Anyway, that. So my first resale, I guess, would be those. I mean, it wasn't really resell, but
Yeah.
I had to purchase them to resell them. So I guess it kind of was. So, but that was
Yeah.
a long time ago. It wasn't anything like what I do now.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So, what was your most profitable item that you sold? Do you remember?
Yeah, it was a eczema um
Like a cream?
yeah, like an eczema cream that has went out of production. They no longer make
Yeah.
it anymore. And I sold it for the very first bottle I sold. I dropped the price after that, but the very first bottle I sold it for $125.
Wow. Now
Yeah.
you say you wholesale. Do you, and you don't have to give your sources or anything, but do you, how do you, how do you do that? Like, how often do you do it? And have you always, well, I guess you didn't always wholesale, but
Yeah, I didn't always do it. I would just like every other reseller out there, I'd go to the thrift store and I love that, shopping,
right.
looking for something. I kind of miss that part of it, but I just don't have time anymore to go to the thrift store regularly. But that's what I would do. And then I found the wholesaler and I thought, well, I'm going to try it. Other people have done it. I'm going to try it. So I
Right.
bought the smallest, well, no, I think I bought a 300-piece lot for my very first experience. And I started selling it, but I didn't start selling it on YouTube. I started selling it on my auctions and it sold really well. And
Yeah.
my auctions, I sell stuff at a very good price.
What do you mean your auctions are you talking about your auctions on eBay or your auctions
On YouTube.
on YouTube?
Yeah,
Okay.
with Nana Tink.
Yeah, I could start watching them.
Yeah, like I don't know. I'm trying to think. Anyway, I sell stuff very,
So what do
very
you sell? What do you sell then? I know I've seen before. I think you had some clothes, like the one of them I was in. I think I seen you as like we're taking turns. I think
yeah, we take
something
turns.
like that.
I was doing clothes at one time, but now I'm doing health and beauty aids, HBA,
Oh, okay.
only HBA.
Really? Yeah.
So
Wow.
I can't remember where I was going with that. Anyway, I don't remember what your question
Oh,
was right now.
I think I know. I was thinking too. I think I asked you.
Well, I was selling the stuff on my auction first. And
Yeah.
then people were saying, well, you should put some of it up on eBay. So I dabbled in eBay. I mean, I never had
Yeah.
more than like, I don't know, 20 listings up at a time, which
Yeah.
I don't have more than, I never have over 100 listings. I think right now I have like 70 because I just
Yeah.
can't keep, it's
It's
just
hard to
like
keep
I
up
said,
with everything,
it is. It's
especially when you're getting orders in and other you have other stuff going on, and it's like you got to
right.
get those orders out.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and it can get at it like
It can get very, very busy very fast.
and stressful sometimes.
Yeah,
Like very stressful, like when you're trying to and just making sure
exactly.
everything's right, going to the right person and everything.
Mhm.
But so you do so just give an example, like what would one of your lots look like? Or do you sell them in lots or do you
No,
sell
I sell them
like
individually, like
singly,
one
individually?
yeah, like one item individually.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're talking about on, well, I do it both. I do it on eBay and I do it on my auction. Now, sometimes like this, I'll have an item and these I didn't do that, but sometimes if I have a lot of something, like
Right.
30 or so, I'll do like 1 for 3 or 2 for 5 sometimes.
Yeah.
And so sometimes I do sell them as lots, but not normally I don't.
Yeah, and I think did you have and I could be wrong because I went in a few auctions, but wasn't like was it a flat rate of $6 shipping or or maybe not, or maybe it
Yeah,
just goes
yeah,
by
yeah.
whatever they buy. I don't know.
Yeah, I just recently changed that back in November. Now what I do is I do anything up to 15 ounces is
Uh-huh.
$5 flat rate, no matter where they live, but it has to be within US
Right.
territory or United States.
Yeah.
$5 or over a pound is $10. And it doesn't matter if they buy
Um,
1 pound or 20 pounds, it's still $10 for them. So a lot of people I
well,
think
that's a
really
good
like,
deal.
yeah, a lot of people really, really like that. So
Yeah. Wow.
I sell a lot of stuff on my auctions, and I think that's part of it
Do you
is
really?
number one, I give very good deals, and number two, the shipping is a good deal too.
Yeah. So I guess people are buying more
Mhm,
items, you know what I mean?
mhm.
That's cheap.
Exactly.
Because shipping went up, like, the postage rates and everything went up and stuff.
Exactly.
Now, since you sing, I know, do you do it I'm sure it's a hobby,
I do it
or,
all All the time. I do it all the time.
Do
My
you
husband is
really?
like, "Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, stop singing that song." I get these songs stuck in my head. Now I'm gonna have
Yeah.
"Here Comes the Sun" stuck in my head for days, sometimes
I
for
love
weeks.
that song. Like I just, when I'm feeling like just when it looks dreary out, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, if that song comes on, it's like just there's better
Yep.
days. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I
it. I
love
mean,
singing.
I'm thankful for every day, but
Yeah.
uh let's see. So so you're basically selling just like the beauty aids now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Pretty much that's it.
Yeah.
If I find something really cool, but I hardly ever go out, so
Yeah.
mainly just beauty aids.
Hmm. Okay. So what happens when you get sick? Like if you're sick or you're not feeling well, do you still come on and tell them you're not feeling well, or do you just give them like some kind of a message or something?
I put a
But you know what I
message.
mean?
Yeah,
Like,
I actually did that this morning. I was so tired, and I don't normally do this. I normally, even if I'm
yeah,
tired, I get up and I do the show. But I mean, like I said, I have felt so tired lately because of everything I've got going on that I
yeah,
told him this morning, I said, sorry, I'm canceling the show this morning. And I just put it as a message, and then I hit it so that it pins it to the top. And
right.
people understand. I don't do that too often, but like if I'm sick, there for a while, I had the flu. For 2 weeks, I had the flu and a couple of months ago. And so every morning when I woke up, if I didn't feel,
Up
well
to it.
enough, I would put a message, still sick, I'm not going to be able to do the show today. So because there's no way
Yeah.
I could do the show while I had the flu. I was really sick.
Yeah, I was wondering how you did that when you're sick because you do it every day. It's like full time,
Yeah.
like every day.
And people
So
understand.
how did you and Ella get together, collaborate? You know what I
Oh,
mean?
that's so funny. Now that's a funny story. She
Yeah,
invited me, or maybe I invited myself. I can't remember. I said, Ella, I want to do an auction with you one day. So she invited
right.
me on, and we did an auction on her channel. It was
She does it all the
me.
time. Doesn't she do them
Oh,
daily?
yeah, that's her.
Does she?
That's her job. That's what she does.
Yeah, like yeah,
Yeah, she's really good at it. So
right.
when I went on there after the auction, I mean, we had so much fun. We have so much fun on those
I
auctions.
have to come on.
And
Yeah,
oh my gosh, they're just it's like a laugh a minute. It's just so much fun.
yeah.
And after the show was over, I said, I really like that. I'm going to be back next Friday. She goes, okay. So I invited myself.
Aw, but it's working out.
Well, yeah, but now we're only going to do them. She's going to do them every week, but then I'm going to come back in once a month. It was just getting way too much for me doing my auction plus her auction plus full-time eBay.
Now, where
Um,
is she? She's not from around here, is she? Or she isn't she?
she's Florida.
Oh, she's in
Yeah,
Florida.
she's
I
in
thought she
Florida too.
was. See, I don't know. I thought she was I thought she was in the United Kingdom at one time.
She's from there, but she lives in Florida.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
okay. Well,
I
that's
love
nice.
her.
Then these are like, do you live close or no?
No, no. She lives, I don't even know, 4 or 5 hours away from me. Probably.
Yeah,
I'm not sure
because
how
I know
far.
she was
I
doing
know.
those a lot of her shipping videos, and the next thing you know, she's doing these, she just
Yep.
took off then. She
Oh
started doing,
yeah.
just
Yeah.
wow. Good for
She
her.
does very, very well. I'm happy for her.
Yeah. So I seen that you do some morning shorts too. I watched one of the questions I went on, I'm like, oh my God, that's kind of a little bit of a tough question. One of the questions was, would you rather lose your eyesight or your memories?
Yeah. I did those for a while. I haven't done those in a long time, but I did do those for a while. Every day I would do a video
A
and
little
ask the
thing,
question.
yeah. Yeah. Where
That
did
is
you
a
ever come
tough
up with that?
question.
That's like you have to think about that kind of question.
Yeah, I just searched like odd questions or this
And
or that type questions, and they come up.
yeah.
So answer it. Which would you rather lose, your
I
memory
don't
or
know.
your
I was
eyesight?
thinking I'm thinking probably, I don't know. That's a
I
hard
know
one. My
that is
memories, I
hard.
wouldn't want to lose because of my family, but then my
Right.
eyesight, I'd want to see them. But I think my memories, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
What would you pick?
I think because of my family, I think I'd pick my eyesight. I would want to lose my eyesight over my memories.
Well,
Because I
that's what I
wouldn't want
meant. My
to,
eyes, that's
yeah,
the way
yeah,
I meant it. I would rather lose my eyesight because I won't want to forget,
right,
you
exactly.
know.
You don't want to lose that part of your life. It's such a big part of your life. You wouldn't want to lose that.
God,
Yeah.
I know. That was like one you had to think about.
So you guys watching this, what would you guys want? What would you lose? Put it in the comments so that we can read them.
Yes. Yes. So how long have you been on YouTube? You said since 2014.
YouTube 1999, I think, is when I got my
Oh,
YouTube.
wow. You're on
Or
YouTube a while then.
I don't remember. Actually, it probably says on my thing, my about page.
Yeah. I mean,
But I
yeah,
don't know.
I
I don't
just didn't know if
remember.
you knew it off the top of your head.
No, it was YouTube. No, not YouTube. It was eBay that I've been on since 1998. YouTube, I'm not sure. Now I'm gonna have to go look after we get done.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about your daily routine or your weekly routine. Like what do you do?
Okay. So I get up at 7, 7:10, 7:15 if I'm really rushing, and I
Yeah.
start my day. I take my dog out to go to the bathroom. I open up all my windows, and then I start my channel. I start my show at 7:30. So from 7:30 to 8:30, I do my show. Sometimes we go a little bit over. It just depends. And then after that, then I will start in on my eBay orders, get those all packaged up because my mailman, he usually gets here any time between 11:30 and like 3:30 or 4:30. Sometimes even at late. He's coming as late as 7:30. But so I try and get all those done by 11:30 so I could put him outside because he comes right to my door and gets them. And then after that, it depends on what day it is, but Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I will work on eBay to make up drafts so that I can take pictures. I've been trying to do 10 listings a day on eBay. Sometimes I can't do that, but sometimes see, he's here.
Yeah.
Here. I don't
Speaking
have
of
my stuff together today, but it'll be
yeah.
anyway, what else? And then after that, I work on eBay or I get my auction stuff together. Like all this right here is auction stuff from last week that didn't sell. So, or that I didn't show. Some of it I just didn't have a chance to show. So that's what I'll do too. Like as I'm going through my stuff, like here's my room. That's all my stuff.
Yeah.
The
Wow.
auction stuff.
Yeah.
Or the eBay stuff. So as I'm going through stuff and pulling it to either put it on eBay or auction, I will during the day, I will bring it over here and put it in, a nice neat pile usually, or so that I can start, I know that stuff over here is for auction, stuff over there is for eBay. Or if I don't have room over here, I have a shelf that I put auction stuff on. And then I try and stop working. I don't always do it, but I try and stop working when my husband gets home around 4:30. Sometimes I'll have to work a little bit later, depending on the day. But then that's Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Thursday and Friday are a little different. Although Friday will be different now because I won't be doing the auction with Ella, which we would go last Friday. We went 7 hours on that auction.
Oh my gosh.
It was a 7-hour auction, but it didn't feel like it. It was so much fun. It was so much fun.
Yeah. What did you like?
It.
So when you do your auctions with her, I have to stop on. I have to get into that one of these times. But when you're doing an auction that long, what are you doing? Like tell us a little bit. Tell me a little bit how it works.
Well, she'll open up the auction and then we'll just spend like 20 or 30 minutes just talking and talking about people and welcoming people in. And then once we start, we do basically 3 or 4 items each. So she'll put me first. I'll do 3 items. I'll show them, take the orders. And then we just go back and forth like that until the end, until we're completely done at the end. And then
so how long do you give? I don't mean to interrupt you, but how long do you give? Like how long are you holding it up for a certain amount of time, or are you waiting?
She says that I'm too fast. I'll go, okay, item 224, $3.
Right.
It is blah, 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 blah. Okay, next item 227. It's, however much. And she's like, slow down, Victoria. So I go fast, but I'm used to going fast. So there's no set time. Sometimes I'll get through my 3 or 4 items and she'll be like, Victoria, do some more because I'm not ready. So I'll try and have a few extras already set up with numbers and all that on them, just in case she needs a little more time to get her stuff. But through it all, we talk to each other, and we
Now,
just
I guess somebody's looking at the chat and I guess following along like that, I guess. Like,
no, me and her right now it's just me and her doing that. We're looking at, I mean, we're always looking at the chat.
yeah, right.
I'll help her when she's up there doing her stuff, and then she'll help me when I'm doing my stuff. So sometimes that's why she needs a couple extra minutes to go get some stuff, because she's helped me. She's like, you're on your own, I'm gonna go grab some stuff. So,
yeah, that's you've got to have a lot of items then, I guess, for 7 hours.
Okay, last month between my auction and her auction, I sold over 900 items. Items. Now, you're going to think, oh man, that's a lot of money. No, it's not a lot of money. It's not a lot of profit for me. It was a little bit of profit, but it's not a huge amount of profit.
Right.
You're making like, sometimes I don't even make money on the items, because a lot of times, like these here, I was losing money when I was selling these, because a lot of times I will sell stuff for $1 a piece just to get a little bit of money back and get it into hands of people that can use it instead of throwing it away. Because I don't, some things that I can't list on eBay, I give my viewers a really good price, because these are like what, $6-7 a piece at the store.
Yeah.
These, they're getting them for, that's a good deal.
Yeah. And so you're only charging $1.
Not for everything, but for the last time I had a bunch of these, I charged $1 a piece.
Because you had so many,
because I had a ton of them.
Yeah. Wow.
But a lot of times I'll do that. I'll give my customers really good prices on stuff. So I'm not making a big.
It's good for them too. It's I mean, people, and you get more people, and it's about volume. The more you can sell. Right.
So a lot of times when I get a box of stuff from the company that I order from, you get everything in there. You might get, like that, the eczema cream that I could sell for $125. You might get a mask that, they sell on the store for $3, but you'll be good to get, $1 for it. So you get stuff that's really expensive, and you get stuff that's like, nobody's going to want that.
Like,
a lot of stuff like that. So
like stuff that's not like really worth your time to list it, to go, what I mean?
Exactly.
But you can still make money on it.
Right. Or you can still make some of your money back, is a better way to say it.
Now, do you only deal with one company? Is it a company that, I mean, you don't have to mention it, but is it
I just buy from one company.
From just one company? You don't deal with any, and how long have you been dealing with them then?
Probably 2 years, I think. Probably about 2 years. Oh, that's
I forget her name. Pretty girl. She's been doing YouTube a long time. She has a big channel. Because I haven't seen her posting a video in a while. Long black hair. You know who I mean. She opened up
Lindsay
Glenn.
Lindsay Glenn.
She used to do a bunch of
stuff like this. Yeah.
Stuff like that. Yeah. Now
actually, her channel is what I really started watching when I thought, she's doing it, I could probably do it.
Yeah. And now she has I haven't seen her post in a while now, but I'm thinking maybe with the store and everything now, she might, but I don't know, but.
No, I'm thinking so too. She
probably just got really busy, and when you're that kind of volume, it's like.
I can't imagine having a brick and mortar store. I don't want to go back to that. I mean, I'm glad she was able to do that, because that was her dream. But for me, I don't want to go back to that. I don't want to leave the house to go to work.
I know. I don't feel like getting up and going anywhere. If you don't feel good, you don't have to go anywhere. But
exactly. Yeah, you can't tell your customers, oh, I'm sick. Can't come in today, because they're going to be a line out the door. I mean, I guess that's where you'd have employees. So
right.
But she's doing great. I mean, she's
from the hers is one of
the
channels I've been watching, like that when I first start watching like reselling channels. Hers is a channel that I like reselling channels that are like they teach stuff, like you can learn stuff.
Yeah.
I like that, or any kind, not even just reselling, but I like channels that you'll
show you how to do
usually, yeah,
yeah,
besides the stuff that I watch, I'm looking like if I want to look something up, I'm going right to YouTube,
right.
you
Oh, me
know?
too. Me too. I bet we all do that, and we just don't realize.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
if I
how to
want
do this or how to fix this.
to.
It's, you know?
Used to, we'd all go to Google, but now I think we all just go to YouTube. I'd rather
Yeah,
watch
because you can
than
get the
do it.
visual of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Let's see. So what do you do in your free time? Like when you're not doing YouTube or reselling, like what do you like to do?
So I take the weekends off and I spend it with my husband and I read. We watch television together. We do things around the house if they need to be done. Now, sometimes I will, like if I get, like this last weekend, I got an order. So I went ahead and put it all, well, I started putting it all away and unboxing it. So it just depends, what's going on. Sometimes we'll most of the time on the weekends is when we'll like go out to dinner. If we want to go out to dinner for the week, we'll go on the weekends.
Yeah.
But just that's all I do. Just kind of relax. I try and not work, but sometimes it's unavoidable, like when we got the boxes. So
Yeah. Does he help you with it or does he resell or anything like that? Or
no, he is not, he doesn't want to, he does not like reselling. I mean, not that he
yeah,
doesn't like, he likes that I like it, but he doesn't want to do it himself. He is not a reseller. He's
yeah,
not a
that's how
dreamer
mine is.
like I am. Nope, nope.
Yeah.
And I have to keep well, right now, everything's kind of all around the house because of me unpacking everything. But he wants me to keep everything in the office or in my inventory room. So,
Right.
because our last house, it was so small that, I mean, I had stuff everywhere. So I try and keep everything contained in this room or in the inventory room. So,
Yeah.
which
Now,
is
do you have a
the
good,
bedroom.
do you have a good organization system set up? Like,
Basically, I
or
don't,
you just,
not like some of the big YouTubers that
I,
have like tons of stuff.
I
I just,
know.
I have like my eBay shelf 1, eBay shelf 2, eBay shelf 3, eBay shelf 4, and then I can add to it because I've got a couple more shelves that I'm not using. But I know that everything on those shelves is listed on eBay.
Yeah.
Everything on these shelves over here is not listed. Either it could be like I have auction inventory shelf, and then I have some shelves that are just there's no label on them. So anything that I don't exactly know what I'm going to do goes on those no label shelves. That way, once I pull that stuff out and I look it up on eBay to see if I can sell it, if it doesn't sell, then it automatically gets put up to the auction shelf. That way I know I don't have to go and, oh, did I list this on eBay? I know if it's not on that eBay shelf, I haven't listed it yet. So I need to either look it up or it's for auction.
Yeah.
That's about as much organization as I have. But I'm
So
a
I see
really
that you
small
collect,
thing.
well, I don't know, those minions back then.
Oh, yes. I love Minions. So
Julia, I didn't know that. Well,
all all of these Minions are from my friends and my viewers that sent them to me over the years.
really,
Oh, and this isn't all I have. This is like a third of what I have. I have
really.
a ton of Minions, yeah. And it's all from people, my friends and my viewers that have sent them to me.
Yeah, because they know that you like them.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
That's neat. So you're basically a collector of minions.
Hmm. Exactly.
All right, let's see. Don't mind me. I'm just looking over here.
You're good.
So do you take break? Did I ask you if you take breaks from YouTube?
No, you didn't.
Do you take breaks? Like, do you take vacation time or anything like that? Or not
From
vacation because, we can do whatever we want, but
from YouTube or from eBay?
yeah, like from
Um,
YouTube.
I haven't really. I mean, like if I go, I guess I kind of have. But like when I went to visit my son a couple months ago, I actually did. I mean, they weren't like my morning shows because it was like a 6-hour difference
Right.
in time. But I actually did go live every day. It was at night for Eastern time people, but it was like during the afternoon for me. So I mean, because I was in Hawaii, so it was a different time zone,
Oh,
very different time zone. So in that aspect, yes, but no, because I couldn't stay off of YouTube to talk to people, So
Yeah. So where do you like selling better at then? I'm assuming YouTube. That wasn't the question. I forget. I just had it on the tip of my tongue.
I actually like selling better on eBay.
Oh, you
eBay,
do?
yeah, because
Now,
I
do
can
you sell on any other platforms?
No, no. I
You
used to
don't.
sell when I first started, I didn't want to do eBay because it was just, I don't know, I just didn't want to do it. So I
Yeah.
started selling on Poshmark and I did okay, but nothing like eBay. eBay just has so many more people that go
That's
to
where they go.
it. Exactly. Either that or Amazon. And I have sold on Amazon, but I'm not selling on Amazon right now.
Yeah.
I just don't want I don't want to mail crap in. And I tried to do the where you mail it out yourself, but it doesn't sell as well that way as if you mail stuff into
You
them.
don't think I sold on Amazon for maybe 2 years. I don't even
Mhm.
know why. I just, you have so much going on,
Right.
like,
Oh, I
but
get it.
I used to sell books on there. I had a whole bunch of books like from a daycare center. I had like over like 600 books or something for free. And I started to sell on there. And I used to do I didn't know how to do the where you send it in. No, I
Mhm.
just didn't read about it to do it.
Right.
And my profit would have been better if I'd done it myself, I figured. So I would do it myself, but I didn't know if there was like a difference if you sent it all in or
Yeah, if you send it in, is it your profit's not as good because you're paying them to store the stuff, but it
right.
sells faster and you sell more. At least in my experience, when I
Yeah.
sent everything in, because that's how I started when I first started doing it, doing the HBA, that's what I did. I sent in what I could to Amazon and then the rest of it I sold on my auctions.
Yeah.
And it would sell. However, the things that went too long, you're paying Amazon to keep them. So it was costing me a little bit more money. And then by the time I wanted to bring everything back and just, stop doing Amazon, I had to pay
Right.
to get them to mail everything back to me. So I had to pay to mail it to them. Then I had to pay to mail it back to me, which I mean is understandable. But yeah, I know some people have extremely good sales on there.
Oh my God. Yeah. And
But
like quantities of it,
yeah,
like,
I find it hard to list on two different platforms, plus do YouTube, plus do my auctions. I find it
it's
hard to keep up with everything. So that's why when I started on eBay, and then I had a little bit of luck with it. And then I just started listing more and more. I would rather just focus on eBay. If right now,
yeah.
I'm not saying that's going to be my life all the time. I might change things up later, but for right now, eBay,
That's
eBay.
yeah. It's whatever works, whatever works for because everybody has different stuff going on in their
Right.
life and the way they do things. And so when you decided to go, what made you decide to do lives? Was there anything, or did you just always wanted to do lives?
I don't know. I don't think I really thought about it. I was watching a couple and they did lives all the time. And they're kind of the ones that I wouldn't say talked me into it, but influenced me to start my channel. So when I started my channel, I did lives. I did shows with another lady that we started together. She had a channel. She's no longer on YouTube, but we
Yeah.
did shows. We did a few shows a week, but they weren't morning shows. So I was never an early riser, ever an early riser. In my whole life, I've never been an early riser. So I
Yeah.
told her, I said, I think I want to start a morning show so that I said that, I'm not going to have, I mean, this was when I had like three or 400 subscribers. I didn't have very many, but
Yeah.
at that time, but for to do a regular morning show, but I did it for me to get myself out of bed. So, and then I just started doing it and we did it every day. And now almost 3 years later, we're still doing the morning show or however long it's been. I think it's been almost 3 years because I know we did it. I think it right around, was it before the pandemic or after? I can't remember. Anyway, and it's turned into this. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Wow.
I like it.
I know.
I
I'm
like
thinking, oh my God, because I get up and you know, when I'd get up like 6:35, whenever I would get 5:30, 6:30, and then I think it would be 7 o'clock or whatever time I know yours was one of the, I never seen any earlier show.
Yeah.
You know, I said, I'm going to go in there and see, you know, and it's, you know, how it is going into a new channel. Well,
Right.
for me, I felt like you just feel like you don't know anybody.
Right.
And are they
Right.
going to welcome you? You know, them kind of issues that we have, but
Are they even going to
yeah,
say anything? Or are they going to ignore
right.
you? Yeah. Yeah. I get it.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause you don't know, like people, you know, people are in there like sharing their links and stuff like that. And you don't want people to think that you're in there. You just want to get in there
Right.
to get yourself known, you
Right. Right.
know, and it's a little bit uncomfortable at first, you know, for me it was, but it was so it's so welcoming and lively. Like you said about your personality, like you're in the morning, you're so like chippy and I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
God.
Well,
Yeah. But I
it's
guess you have,
people.
you know, makes for a better day anyway.
Oh my gosh, we laugh so much in that show. It is just so much fun. So much fun. It really
Yeah.
does. It's a good way to start your day. Good, laughs,
Yeah.
coffee. Yeah.
So what would you tell like a beginner, anybody starting if they wanted to get started doing like what you did, like maybe have a YouTube channel, whether it be live or, you know, making videos and doing reselling at the same time. Like, do you have any kind of advice for somebody that, because I'm sure like you've ran into issues
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Well, number one, if you want to do YouTube and reselling or YouTube and anything really, you have
right,
to have like put yourself on a schedule. Like always, like if you're going to do lives, always do them at the same time, the same days. You don't have to do them every single day like I do, but like every Monday at 5 o'clock, you're going to have a live or whatever. That way people know, Victoria's going to be on or Patty's going to be on at 5 o'clock. I got to, whatever. And then always have like certain days where you're going to go thrifting or to get your merchandise for or whatever it is you're going to do. So have a schedule. That's really important. When you're doing your lives or your videos, which I don't do a lot of videos. I do some every now and then. I'll get on a
yeah,
kick and I'll do videos, but mainly my channel is mainly just lives. So when you're going to do those, make sure that especially if it's a live, do not read your chat. People are talking to you and to each other. And there's nothing worse than going into a chat or a live and saying hi to everybody and nobody says hi back. That's horrible. I mean, it
yeah,
feels horrible for you. So read your chat, interact with your audience. Your audience will give you a lot of stuff to talk about during your live. So if you're shy and you don't know what to talk about, all you have to do is say, good morning, everybody. What you going to do today, or whatever, just start talking to your chat. Just pretend like they're all right there in your living room and they're friends, these people. So just
yeah.
start talking to them and it'll get easier the more you do it.
Yeah, you get to know them.
Yeah,
People
exactly.
start sharing about themselves and they become more comfortable and opening up, you know what I mean, and talking
Right.
about whatever, you know, and then they look
Exactly.
forward to it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Now, are there any kind of certain tools, whether it be with your YouTube, you know, doing YouTube videos
Uh-huh.
and reselling that you could recommend for beginners to have?
Okay, for YouTube, I use StreamYard. You can use StreamYard for free. I think you get like, I've been paying for it for a while
I
because I
know.
go over there.
It's $50. Well, it's $50. I thought it was cheaper than that, but I think it's $49.99 a month.
Wow, it went up because when I
Yeah,
started
because
getting it, it
I
was
just purchased it
wow.
probably about a week ago.
So when I first started using it, I used the free version, which used to, I don't know if it still is, they give you 20 hours a month. Well, I was going over that because I do an
Yeah,
hour, sometimes an hour and a half show every single day, plus the other lives I do through the week. So then I started paying for it. And then I went almost a year and I realized that if you paid for a year at a time, you got a really good discount. So then now I'm on the yearly payment plan for it. But
that's what I have to get on. I didn't even look at the yearly. I didn't even look at the total for the year. I didn't even think about it. I just thought I'm going to just do this month because I can't. They were only. I think the allotment was I forget how much you could do, how many hours a month,
Yeah.
but I was going to go over it. And I thought, you know what? I got to make sure that this pays for itself, you know,
That's
at some
exactly what I
point.
did. Yep, that's exactly what I did. I had to start paying for it.
I have to
And
start, I have to get used to using it. No, I do the pre-record it. Like I never did any lives yet,
right.
you know, but yeah, eventually.
Well,
Yeah.
that's that, but and then for reselling, there's been things like I've tried reselling books. And so I got the subscription for the, I don't even remember what it's called now. There was a subscription that you could get that you could it was through or not through Amazon, but it was supporting Amazon, not eBay, as far as would it sell on Amazon or not. It didn't support Amazon. That's not what I meant. It would tell you if it would sell on Amazon or if it would be not, a non-seller on Amazon. So
Oh,
I paid for that. I can't remember what it's called
was
though.
it like, cause I know, was it like, now this is about selling books, but I got like a scanner for
Yeah, that's what
scanning
I got that
books.
too. Yep.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
that, and I did give it to somebody who I ended up coming into a lot of. He gave me a bunch of stuff for free. He was getting out of whatever, but
Oh,
I
nice.
ended up giving it that to him. But I bought it off Resells a couple of years
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah. Actually, I watched resells when I
Oh,
first came back into to reselling. Yep. That's
yeah,
it's
he's very informative.
Mhm.
I'd love to have him on my channel. I love to ask him, but I don't know. Maybe he will. Maybe he won't.
All
I'm
you can
sure
do
he's
is
like
ask.
filled with being busy. You know.
All you can do is ask. He could say
Yeah.
yes.
Right. Yeah.
But
He knows what he's talking about.
yeah. But right
Yeah.
now with reselling, I don't have any subscriptions to anything because all I do is eBay, and I don't know. There might be oh well, I take that back. I do have an eBay store, but I
Right.
didn't start out with a store. You don't need to start out with a store.
Yeah.
And the only reason I really wanted a store is so that I could do sales because, I've had a store in the past, like years ago, and I
Yeah.
was able to do sales with it. And if you don't have a store, you can't do sales.
Yeah. See, I
I mean,
didn't know that. I have a store, so I didn't know if you couldn't
yeah, I
have. So
did
you can't have
recently.
sales if you don't have a store.
Yeah, you can't like mark
Wow.
stuff down. So, because I recently upgraded my account to have a store, and this has been within the last couple of weeks. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
So now I
I
can do
like having a store. I like getting those. They give you that $50. Well, I got the premium. I think it's the one before the real. That's the thing I got, but they give you that coupon for
Yep.
$50, and that's nice. It comes in just in time for me, it seems.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You
I
know,
love that. Yeah. I got my store and the next day somebody said, "Oh, don't forget to use your," because I just got it like couple weeks ago. And they said, "Don't forget to use your coupon before the end of the month." And I'm like, I want to see if maybe I don't even know if I get a coupon because I just so brand new. They gave me a $25 coupon. The whole thing.
yeah,
They didn't like give me a little tiny coupon because I'd only been there, not even a month. But yeah, so I
yeah,
went and used it.
yeah. I think it's every 3 months or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. So when you're thinking about that, when you $25, no, I have the one that you get $25. That's
Yeah,
you get it 4 times a year. So that's $100 off of your subscription, which I mean, I'm going to be purchasing boxes and tape and stuff like that anyway. So,
yeah. Wondering, what kind of tape you use because I'm really like some tapes really suck. Excuse my. But
yeah, no,
anyway, some of
some
them are
tapes
just
do.
they're just not good. I like now. I'm sure there's better ones, but I like T-Rex, or I think it's called T-Rex
Uh-huh.
tape, like that big shipping tape. It doesn't. Yeah, I like that.
I have the tape that I just bought is not bad, and I can't remember. I'm always trying new stuff. I don't have like a one that I've found that I really really like. But the tape that I bought, but I did buy a 3-inch. Somebody said, "Oh, use 3-inch tape. It'll make your life so much." Oh my gosh, it does. I love 3-inch
Does it?
tape. Oh my gosh, I had to buy a holder, for it too, but
Yeah,
it's so worth it. I love the 3-inch tape, and I can't remember the name of it, but I got the cheapest 6-pack that I could get, and it has
right.
lasted me a couple of months, believe it or not.
Yeah,
But I use the 3-inch tape. I use the 3-inch tape to like for the main, to tape the box closed. And then I
right,
use the 2-inch tape if I need to do any other taping on it. So I use the 3-inch tape sparingly, but I do use it because I want that box to definitely be closed. But then if
right.
I have to go from you tape it this way, and then if I have to go this way to make sure that everything's not going to fall out or whatever, which that's just me. I'm very anal about tape,
I
about
know,
taping
like,
boxes.
yeah, because freaking you can waste money, you think, it's just $2, and you can't find the tape you're looking for, and you pick up it's just a waste because you're screwing around with it, and I curse with it,
Yeah.
if it's bad tape and stuff. But
Yeah.
one more question. I forget what it was. I forget. I guess I'll just leave you with that.
I'm like that
But
too.
huh?
I'm like that too.
Yeah.
I'm
I
so
forget what it was, but I am so thankful, Victoria, that you came on the show. And thank you so much for showing me the kindness and,
Aw.
just being nice, like everybody is nice. But it was a nice experience for me because I know, like, real quick, but I know when I just got started on YouTube, but I think I might have only had, that's why I think I love Regina Michelle. It was on one of my first, when you're a first brand new YouTuber and you don't know what to expect. You don't expect people to, it was nothing really mean, but it was like something that made, like, I put my first video up and somebody said, a guy said something like, I don't even know what it was, but I was like, oh my God, is this what I have to deal with? And then next thing you know, Regina commented, and whatever she said at the time, she's been my, like, so supportive of me, like both of us together since I've been started on YouTube.
Yeah, she is very, very nice.
Yeah. But thank you so much for coming on the show and taking time out of your day.
Thank you for asking me. Thank you. This was fun.
And I will, and anybody, I highly recommend go in, subscribe to her channel, go into her lives, go to the auction she's on, and I will be sure to check out your auctions and find out more about when they're on and stuff, because I know I'm going to forget, but hopefully you have a nice day.
You too. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for being on, Victoria.
Bye, you
Okay,
guys.
take care. Bye.